What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? I'm not sure if y'all could hear me, but it's my very first real live stream, and today's topic I'm gonna talk about what happened when I went to my 10-year class reunion. Let me get this volume right and make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I think y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all. First of all, shout out to the class of 2014. I don't know if you went to my high school, if you're from Alabama, but the class of 2014, I think, was the last good class to graduate from high school because that's like the last class that saw technology. Excuse me, that still had the typing test and stuff before technology took over. Because I noticed, like, the class of 2015, at least at my high school, they had a no phone policy, and basically, like, once we left Auburn High School, which in Alabama, it just seems like things just went real left for my high school. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about what happened when I went to my 10-year class reunion. So first of all, I'm gonna get some more light in here. I think I need to. No, I think it's cool. I'm just an overthinker. First of all, y'all, I wasn't going to go to my class reunion because one, my class reunion fell on the same day as birthday bash, and I went to the 2023 birthday bash, and I definitely wanted to go to the 2024 birthday bash. But something had just told me, like, you should go to your class reunion. It's the 10 year, just give it a chance. So, me and my cousins, we were all going to go to birthday bash, but something just told me, like, I don't know. Sorry to say it, but birthday bash lineup this year was a little ASS. I'm not gonna cuss because I still get paid for this, but birthday bash this year just didn't seem as promising as the previous years. So respectfully, we decided not to go to birthday bash because birthday bash was on June 22nd. And the thing is, they weren't really communicating so thoroughly about my class reunion good. February came and they were just like a Facebook group and they invited us all to it, and that was that. We didn't know when the actual event was until I say the beginning of June, and that was last month. So, imagine the people that travel, imagine the people that live in the city but have kids. I felt like there wasn't enough notice to really give us time for the class reunion. So basically, I was kind of making a decision. I was like, I don't know if I should go to my class reunion because one, I wasn't exactly the most popular when I was in high school. People knew me, don't get me wrong, but like I wasn't a popular kid. The only thing I liked to do when I was in high school was I was into graphic design, I was into photography, and obviously I took the culinary program because that's what helped me get to culinary school. So, with all that being said, like the last thing on my mind was kind of going to my class reunion because I kind of wasn't really digging it. But then thankfully, my friends and family, they kind of pulled me to the side and they was like, yo, Corn, you of all people need to go to your class reunion because one, you, you know, you're very successful. Two, they will be happy to see you. You haven't been home in a long time. Hey, happy Sunday to you, Rashawn Porter. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, they were just kind of giving me some points. They're like, you of all people should go to your class reunion. I was just like, I don't know about that. So time just started ticking, and then eventually my cousins tell me, they're like, hey, cuz, we're not gonna go to birthday bash. We go to it every year, and it just seems kind of whack this year. And I agree with them, and I was just like, okay, so I gotta find something to do because also a good friend of mine in Atlanta, he had invited me to his Juneteenth barbecue, but unfortunately, I couldn't go to that because that's in Atlanta. And I like to remind y'all, I'm from Alabama, so my class reunion was in Alabama. So I had to make a decision. But here's the thing, like I knew if I was coming to my class reunion that I had to keep it on hush. I couldn't tell a soul, maybe if I did tell somebody, make sure like they weren't a leak, like don't tell people that I'm coming to the class reunion. So finally, it's 2 days before the event, and I decide, okay, I'm gonna go to the class reunion. But I'm gonna give you some pros and cons of my class reunion. Well, one, I'm gonna give you the cons first. So first of all, the only thing that they had planned was, like I said, the class reunion was on the 22nd. So there was an event from 7 to 9, and we had to pay $30 for the ticket. And I remember just thinking, like, that's it? Y'all want us to come for somewhere for 2 hours and we only spend $30? Like, that's kind of, you know, I wasn't digging that, but I was just like, it's better than nothing. But then the week before my class reunion, I had woke up and this magazine that I was in had sent me my publication. And, of course, I put that on Facebook and all my social networks and I promoted it that day. I mean, because that's when it dropped. But then later on that day, one of my classmates, she had tagged me in the post and basically they had kind of filled up on some days. We had more events to do for the classroom. We had something to do on the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd. On the 21st, there was like a tour to go see our school and the new one because they did eventually build a new high school. Then there was a picnic, I think, and then there was like a club. There was like something to do with the club, but I had kind of already knew I wasn't going to be able to make all the events because I had just made a decision on Thursday. So there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to get to Alabama in 24 hours just in time to go to that event. So I had just decided I'm going to just go to the event on the 22nd, the actual class reunion and the after party. But just keep in mind what I just told y'all. She had invited me publicly because we did have a Facebook group, for the class reunion, but that's how I found out about the events on the day before and the day after. So I knew right then and there, like, okay, I'm just gonna have to go to the Saturday appearance. But also I had to tell my family in a way too. So I reached out to my cousin. Shouts out to him. Day Day the Barber on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, my name is YoungBart__. He's like the finest barber in the Lee County, Opelika area. Y'all go follow him, show him some love, and get a cut from him. I mean, it's about time I get another one, cuz. So I'm gonna see you in a couple weeks. But anyways, I had reached out to my cousin. I was just like, hey, cuz, like, I'm coming home for my class reunion and I really need you because my cousin, before he started cutting hair professionally, he used to practice on my head. So if I'm coming for my class reunion and you're a professional and you're my family, of course I'm going to support you. So I was like, I need you to cut my hair, but like, I think I want you to cut it on the day of my class reunion. I don't think it makes sense to cut me on Friday. On top of that, like, I still had to, who texts me? Uh, Later. Like I basically had to tell him like, it makes more sense for you to cut my hair the day of. And he was like, I got you, cuz, no big deal. So I get to Alabama on Friday. I check into my hotel and stuff. I meet up with my family, and they're kind of just hyping me up. They're like, "Are you ready for your class reunion? Like, we haven't seen you in a while." And I was like, "Of course, but here's the thing: nobody knows I'm coming. I'm finna just kind of pop up on them." So Saturday comes, bro, what is going on? Hold on, y'all, hold that thought. Okay, I have to text them later. Let me get back to the stream. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put my phone on do not disturb because I'm working right now. So, yeah, basically, my cousin cuts my hair and he does a great job. But I had told my cousin before I was coming home, I was like, hey, cuz, like since you on TikTok and I'm a YouTuber, let's do a collab, like I'm gonna get you, cutting my hair and stuff. So basically, I do a time lapse video, and he did a great job. Like I was so impressed. I was like, "Cuz, like you really brought me back to life. I looked like a homeless man before I came here, and you brought me back to Daquan Piner." And he was just asking me questions. He was like, "Are you ready, cuz?" I was just like, "Hell yeah, man! Of course I'm ready." But he was like, "Do any of your homeboys or homegirls know you coming?" I'm like, "Nah, bro. Like I'm about to just do a pop up on them." He was just like, "That's what's up." So my cousin cuts my hair. I go and see my family afterwards, and I pick out my outfit and stuff. And now it's time for me to get ready for my class reunion. And my best friends pick me up, and we're just hanging out and stuff. And they take me to get drinks and stuff. And they're just kind of telling me like, when you get to the class reunion, don't act like you're a big shot. Just kind of, humble yourself, but also, let them know what you've done for a living because you do have a lot of stuff under your belt. So I took that advice and it came into handy. And they also told me like, you're going alone. So, just look for a friend that you used to see in high school and hang out with them. Okay. So we get there, we take some pictures, my friends drop me off, and then I go in there, and the very first person I see is one of my classmates from 5th grade, and he kinda called me out. He was like, "Young Bart, is that you?" And here's the thing, y'all, I had my shades on because being that I am now considered a public figure, I can't be out in public like I used to. So if I'm somewhere out in public, I'm gonna rock my shades just because I'm kinda being incognito, like I'm an actor now, I'm a YouTuber and stuff, so I can't be in places all at once because, paparazzi, whatever and stuff, So I didn't expect him to recognize me. And I was just like, what's going on, man? And we were just talking and stuff. And he was like, dude, I didn't expect to see you. How's everything? And I was just like, everything's cool, man. I'm still making beats. I'm still a chef. I live in Atlanta. And then he ended up taking a picture with me. And then that's when I seen another one of my classmates and we took a picture together and stuff. But here's when things kind of started to become questionable. So I like to remind y'all, we paid $30 for our ticket. And I get to my class reunion and it's at a hotel and we're on a rooftop and there's a bar there that's cool. I mean, I'm not really a drinker, so that wasn't really that didn't really move me, but cool. And then, all I see is just a bunch of tables and we're all just kind of mingling and stuff. And pretty much like that was the class reunion. There was no food. I mean, there was no games. I mean, the guy, our class president, he came around, he was taking pictures and stuff, but like overall, I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, this is not no class reunion. Like, this is literally just a function because one, we paid $30 for what? I mean, yeah, there's a open bar, but there was a limitation on drinks. Then it was from 7 to 9, and then I'm just thinking in my head, like, okay, this is kind of mid because yeah, I see everybody and we're taking pics and stuff, but like, there's nothing memorable about this. So I took it as when I came to the class reunion and people took pictures of me and stuff, like that was kind of the highlight of some people's night because nobody knew I was coming. And the fact that they recognized me and they wanted to take pictures of me, like they real deal treated me like I was a celebrity. But I'm just thinking in my mind, like, was this even worth the travels and stuff? But that's just a little bit of the cons. I'm gonna get to the pros. The pros I would say from my class reunion was one, I'm glad they used social media to reach out to us and they did give us a little bit of time, but like I do feel like in a way it was kind of a cash grab because for $30 this was all you guys could do. And I know my hometown has money. I mean, they built the whole new high school. They build new apartments every other day. And on top of that, like, come on now, for $30, this is all we come up with. I mean, but I was also told at the picnic the same day, that's where everyone showed up. But I mean, why would you guys take your energy to a picnic but not actually come to the actual reunion? Like that still didn't add up to me. So I like to remind y'all the day of the class reunion, there was also an after party schedule. And you know, I figured, okay, like everyone's probably going to be at the after party, no big deal. I mean, that's going to be my chance to see people who I didn't see. So my friends who I meet at the class reunion, they offer me a ride. They're like, Quan, you want to come with us to the after party? And I was like, sure, because my friends kind of dropped me off. And why would I call them when I can just hang out with you guys? So they picked me up. I mean, excuse me, we leave the class reunion and we started getting ready to head to the after party. And I ain't gonna lie, we did show up to the after party a little late, but 30 minutes, I don't think that's considered too late. So we get to the after party, and then Soon as we get in there, because it was at this club, it was so deserted, and I'm thinking, "Whoa, where the hell is everybody? Like, this is like," I seen maybe 3 people in there, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And I like to remind you, I got on my shades, and another one of my classmates who we took culinary classes with, she kinda jumped up. She's like, "Daquan Piner, is that you?" And I was just like, "Oh my god." I was like, "She's about to embarrass me." And then she, like, ran and hugged me. She's like, "Oh my god, it's so nice to see you." And then she just started, like, giving me my props and telling me how proud she is of me. And she told me that, her and her kids watch my YouTube channel and that, they saw me in my Tubi movie. By the way, if you don't know, I'm an actor. I'm in 2 Tubi movies, one called Immortal City Records, and the most recent one is called The Pros or Cons, no pun intended. And they're just like, we saw your name on the credit and stuff. And I was like, thank you guys for supporting me. But how long have you guys been here? Because literally, I don't see nobody else but you guys. And they were like, we've been here for like 30 minutes because, they got there at 9, which is when the after party started. And, pretty much the whole time I was just sitting there, with my friends, and I was talking to them at the same time. And, we was having drinks and stuff. And then, you know, they were about to get ready to leave. I was like, I think you guys should just wait a little longer. I'm sure everybody's probably on the way and stuff. And then eventually, like, they were like, we're about to leave. And I told them before they left, I was like, do you guys think that maybe that our classmates may have planned a secret event, or, maybe have a secret group chat or something that we don't know about? Because there's no way in heck that there's, you know, a class reunion and you guys invite us to it and you guys don't even show up on time and you guys made the flyer and stuff. So this doesn't add up to me. And they was like, I don't think so. That wouldn't make sense. So next thing you know, my friends that I was talking to that I seen at the club, they, took pictures with me and I hugged them and they went on about their day. They're like, we've been here for 2 hours and no one's coming. So we're out. So it now it's just me and my 3 friends, and we're, at our section, and, we're all just kind of entertaining ourselves. We had hot wings, we had drinks, and the music is good, but, like, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking, like, "Where is everybody? Like, come on now, like, you know, it's almost about to be 11 o'clock and nobody has showed up. So what's going on?" So then finally, 11 o'clock gets there. My friends are just like, yeah, Quan, we about to leave. This is whack. Ain't nobody showing up and stuff. So, you know, it's not really no point of us being here. And I was just like, well, y'all my ride. So I guess I'll leave too. So now we get outside the club and noticed a bunch of cars had like been pulled up and stuff. And like there was people outside. And I'm like, uh-oh, there goes everybody. But we're about to leave. So, I'm kinda just walking behind my friends, and then one of my homeboys who I went to the Boys and Girls Club with, he was like, "Decorin Piner, is that you?" And I was just like, "There he go, mispronouncing my name again." But I was just like, "Yes, sir, that's me." And then he like, shook my hand and stuff, and he was like, "Bro, what's going on, man? Like, I did not know you was coming to the class reunion. Why you didn't tell nobody?" And I was like, "Bro, I was like, to be honest with you, nobody knew I was coming to the class reunion. Like I kind of just popped up, but I was invited, through Facebook, and I had to clear my schedule for it. So I went to the actual reunion, which wasn't really hitting on nothing. So I figured everybody was gonna come to the after party, and I've been here for 2 hours, and there's only been like 3 people here. Like, where have y'all been? And then another girl comes up. She's like, "Oh my God, Daquan." She's like, "Give me a hug. Like, I'm so proud of you." And I was just like, "Hey, like, where have y'all been? Like, I've been here for 2 hours." And she was just like, "You should have been in our group chat." And I was like, "Group chat? Like, I'm in the Facebook group. Like, y'all have a group chat?" And she was like, "Yeah, you should have been in our chat. Like, we've been doing stuff all day." And I was just like, "Well, I didn't know about it." But here's my biggest con about what I just said. Number one, if it's a public event and it's a class reunion, why would you guys gatekeep? I mean, I don't know if this was a race thing or, if this was like a side of town thing, but like there was a group chat based on the class reunion, but everyone wasn't in it. I mean, obviously, I didn't know about it, and I'm pretty sure there were others that didn't know about it. So when she just told me, you should have been in our group chat, that told me everything I needed to know. Like, y'all weren't going to come to the class reunion anyway. So I'll just, I was outside after she said that, and I, reconnected with a bunch of people. I seen another one of my classmates from fifth grade. Then I seen some from middle school, high school. Like everyone kind of treated me like I was a celebrity, y'all. Like they were shocked that I was there. They, wanted to take pics with me. They was asking me about, my personal life, and most of all, they wanted to know like the recipe to my success. And I told them, like, honestly, guys, like I just saved up a bunch of money one day and just never came back home. I mean, I'm not saying that can happen to anybody, but it happened for me. So, that's just the key. And after we had took the pics and stuff, my friends, they were just like, Quan, we're gonna leave, like they took it as kind of shade. They're like, they had a whole event slash group chat that we didn't know about. So it's really no point in us hanging out. And I was just thinking, like, yeah, that makes a good point. Like, and plus, we've been here for 2 hours. I'm tired. Like, I don't really have the energy to party no more. So we end up leaving, and basically the next day there was an event planned. What's up, Cornelius, bro? Shouts out to him. He didn't actually graduate in the class 2014, but I met him in middle school and he moved to Opelika, which is like 10 minutes down the road. So he's from Alabama. So what's up, bro? Good to hear from you. Thanks for always supporting me. But the next day, they had a church event planned, and then they had another event. I don't remember what it was, but I ended up not going because one, I want to spend more time with my family because I don't see my family much being that I travel so much. But two, something just kind of told me that you know, maybe I shouldn't go to this event because you guys were gatekeeping on the actual day of, and on top of that, y'all had a group chat leading up to the event. So it's like I feel like maybe in a way I don't need to go to this next event because obviously you guys are secretive, so I need to keep the same energy. But also I took it as I seen who I needed to see. My friends that I did see that were happy to see me, it was meant for me to see them. We went to the boys and girls club together. We took culinary classes together, so they know who Daquan Piner is before YouTube, before my music beats started to take off, before, just my whole overall road to success. So I took that as it was meant for me to see who I saw. I got to spend time with my family. My nephew and I hung out. I mean, I took that as, maybe I did the right thing, so don't go to the church event. And on top of that, like I didn't really see nobody post about it. So maybe, the actual day of the class reunion was enough. But I'm sharing all this with you guys on YouTube because at first I wasn't gonna go to my class reunion because I ain't gonna lie, like there was a point in time when I was getting bullied in school, but I eventually saw all my bullies turn on my same wave. My bullies went from making fun of me to sending me friend requests on Facebook to watching my YouTube channel to making fake pages, keeping tabs on me. So I knew me going to my class reunion was like it was something I had to do because I'm not about to have resentment over something that happened 15 plus years ago just because they were insecure about themselves. And thankfully, none of my bullies came to the event. But even if they did, I wouldn't have cared. I mean, if y'all wanted to shake my hand, it is what it is. But I took that whole class reunion as like maybe I did the right thing because honestly, I don't think I'm going to go to another class reunion because one, I'm getting famous, so if you saw me, you saw me. Keep those pictures for life. But also, you know, I think a 10-year class reunion is all you need to go to because in 20 years, yeah, it'll be 20 years since you graduated high school, but most of us are probably gonna have families by then. Some of us might be far, far away, but I think I set the tone by going to my class reunion because no one knew I was coming, and some people saw me and some people didn't. And then eventually, they did add me to the group chat, and they were just like, "Welcome, Daquan," and I was just like, "Hey, y'all, thanks for adding me. Some of you guys seen me on Saturday, some didn't, but I had a good time. Thanks for everything." But overall, I would say my class reunion was okay. That's why I'm naming this video that, because honestly, it could have been so much better. I mean, y'all could have at least had a buffet. Y'all could have at least had some games for us. And most of all, like, I just don't understand the whole group chat thing. Like, what was the point of that? If you guys wanted to have a conversation about the event, why not just talk about it in the actual group itself that we have on Facebook? Why, gatekeeping make a group chat? I mean, that was just kind of shady to me. But it also just reminded me, people still have a high school mentality mindset. Like, come on now, we graduated 10 years ago, y'all. Like, there's no need to be shady. There's no need to hide stuff from people. And most of all, like, it is a reunion. Like, we're here to reunite with each other, catch up, tell each other the stuff that we seen since we walked those halls of Dear Arbor High. And the fact that y'all, wanted to be shady, I mean, I feel like I kind of got the last laugh because everybody that saw me, they saw me. Who didn't see me, you can be mad at yourselves for, trying to be slick and keeping a group chat because honestly, I didn't like that. So, to any of y'all out there, if you want some advice on if you should go to your 10-year class reunion or any type of class reunion, I say go to it because what's the worst that can happen? I mean, it might be a little awkward because, maybe your friends don't show up, but like somebody's gonna recognize you and they're going to, give you your props. I mean, I knew that people were gonna give me my props, but I also didn't expect certain people to give me my props, if that makes sense, because certain people knew who I was and I didn't know who they were. Some of the girls that I seen, that were in fifth grade when I met them, like they were so happy to see me because like I guess they saw the transformation, like, they saw from a 5th grader to a young man, and, like, they had no choice but to give me hugs, and they were looking good too. I mean, I can honestly say, like, majority of my classmates, we glowed up. I mean, I didn't really see nobody decline. Nobody really looked like they had anything going on. I mean, everybody looked like they were in pretty good shape, so I had a good time for the most part, but like I just don't like the gatekeeping stuff. So, you know, maybe if you go to your class reunion, you might have a different experience than I did, but I just did not love how they handled it. I feel like for $30, we could have gotten at least a chocolate fountain. We could have gotten, I don't know, a professional photographer to take pictures. Like everything just felt so rushed and out of place. And I feel like overall, the class reunion was just okay. But I do want to thank my family and close friends for encouraging me to go to my class reunion because honestly, if I didn't go, that could have been a regret I had, or that could have been something like, why didn't I give it a chance? So I thank them for being in my corner. I mean, anybody that's in my corner, thank you for always hearing me out because sometimes I am an overthinker and I tend to think stuff to the extreme and I make things worse than what it is. But overall, like, thank y'all for instilling in me that I should go to my class reunion. Now, as far as will I go to another one, I'm not entirely sure, but I think going to my 10-year class reunion was enough. So, anybody out there, if you're unsure of going to your class reunion, me at YungBartTV, I tell you, you should. I mean, whether you was bullied, whether you was popular, whether you was a football player, like still go show your face because one day you'll have a story to tell. I mean, it might not be similar to mine, but different strokes for different folks. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to this live stream. You know, I wasn't gonna vlog this event because I didn't have much footage. So, I knew that I would tell YouTube somehow how my class reunion went. But overall, like it was okay. And just, I don't know what else to say. I think I've told you guys everything. But I guess I was end this off by saying in 2024, please vote, you guys. Honestly, please vote. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, but the way this world is looking right now, like make wise decisions. Don't think I'm too cool to vote because you won't be too cool when you're homeless, or you won't be too cool when you lose your job, and you definitely won't be too cool when those four walls get to closing in. So just ending off on 2024. I mean, and ending off on this vid, you guys, please vote. I mean, if you're not registered to vote, do it. If you can't vote, I understand, but if anybody around you is able to vote, please encourage them to vote, y'all. I mean, seriously, like I'm not gonna get too political on this channel because that's not my niche, but just the way 2024 is going, y'all, like please vote, man. I can't say that enough. But that is all for today's first live stream. I mean, this is my first time being live. I hope y'all could hear me. I'm gonna watch this video back to see how it sounds. But yes, y'all. My class reunion was okay. I mean, maybe in 2034 I'll go to the 20-year reunion. I mean, maybe we'll have a 15-year, but I don't know. But if you saw me at the 10-year reunion, salute. You took a pic with the celebrities because I got more acting stuff on the way, y'all. But that's all for today's live stream. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with all your peers. It's been another episode of YBTV. Peace.